My name is Elena Brooks, and for most of my life, I learned how to be quiet without being asked. Not silent. Not invisible. Just conveniently absent. I was 27 years old when I finally understood why. It happened on a night that was supposed to be perfect. My parents' 35th wedding anniversary. A rented hall. White tablecloths. Fairy lights wrapped around pillars like something out of a lifestyle magazine. A live jazz trio played soft music near the stage. Everyone kept saying the same thing. You have such a beautiful family. They didn't know what it cost to maintain that illusion. I arrived early, like I always did. My mother liked control, and arriving early meant she could delegate. Elena, check the seating chart. Elena, make sure the projector works. Elena, can you fix the flowers? They look uneven. I nodded, smiled, obeyed. That was my role. My older brother Daniel was already there, laughing loudly with a group of my father's colleagues. He was a financial consultant, successful, polished, admired. People leaned toward him when he spoke, like gravity pulled them closer. My younger sister Clara floated near the stage, glowing in a dress that probably cost more than my monthly rent. Law school, top of her class, everyone loved her. And me? I was the one who helped with creative stuff. I designed the invitations. I edited the slideshow. I arranged the lighting. I worked 3 nights straight after my day job just to make sure everything looked flawless. No one asked how I was doing. No one ever did. For years, I told myself it was normal. Some families just had favorites. Some kids just needed less attention. I was independent. That's what my mother liked to say. She's always been self-sufficient. What she meant was, she doesn't complain. But 3 weeks before the anniversary, something cracked that illusion wide open. I had stopped by my parents' house to drop off printed mock-ups of the anniversary program. My mother wasn't home. My father was upstairs on a work call. I shouldn't have gone into the study. I didn't plan to. But there was an open folder on the desk, papers half spilled out, and right on top, in bold letters, was my name. My stomach tightened. That fund was something they talked about for years when I was younger, something they promised would be there when the time came. I opened the folder. The balance was nearly zero. Not spent on tuition. Transferred. Chunk by chunk. To Daniel's business loan. To Clara's exam fees. To family expenses. There was even a handwritten note in my mother's familiar slanted script. Elena doesn't need this. She'll figure something out. Better to support the ones who will actually succeed. I sat down on the chair because my legs stopped working. That was the moment I stopped pretending. After that day, I noticed everything. The tone changes when my name came up. The sighs. The eye rolls. So I did something I'd never done before. I listened. I recorded short voice notes when I visited. Nothing dramatic, just truth. My mother on the phone. Honestly, if we hadn't had a 3rd child, our life would have been easier. My father muttering while reading bills. Daniel and Clara were worth the investment. Elena was just extra. My sister laughing one night. She's like the trial version before our parents got it right. They never thought I'd hear. They never thought I'd remember. When my mother asked me to handle the anniversary slideshow, she barely looked at me. You're artistic, just don't make it strange. I smiled. Of course. That night, alone in my apartment, I opened my laptop and created a folder. I named it Truth. Inside it went audio clips, bank statements, emails, screenshots, and my artwork, the pieces they refused to hang, saying they were too emotional. I didn't plan to destroy them. Not at first. I just wanted them to see. By the time dinner started at the anniversary, the room was buzzing, glasses clinked, laughter echoed. My parents sat at the center table, glowing under attention. Speeches began. My father spoke about commitment and sacrifice. Daniel talked about everything our parents gave us. Clara wiped away tears as she thanked them for always believing. My mother stood last. She smiled wide. "We're so proud of our children," she said. She paused. "Some, more than others." Polite laughter rippled through the room. I stayed still. Then someone suggested I say a few words. My mother leaned toward me, voice low and sharp. "Please don't embarrass us. This night isn't about you." And then, quietly, carelessly, she added, "You were always the mistake we learned from." The microphone picked it up. The room went silent. I stood. Not shaking. Not crying. Just calm. "If that's how you feel," I said evenly, "then tonight I'll finally stop pretending I belong." I turned and walked away. Behind me, chairs scraped. Voices rose. I didn't look back. Outside, the night air felt cold and clean. I took out my phone. The slideshow was cue,